हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। तो मैं हूँ प्रियंका और इस वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं एक बहुत ही पॉपुलर टॉपिक, बहुत ही पॉपुलर कंट्री एंड बहुत ही पॉपुलर क्वेश्चन की कि व्हाई कोरिया इज सो मच फेमस दीज डेज, बी इट कोरियन फूड, कोरियन फैशन, कोरियन कल्चर, कोरियन लैंग्वेज। आजकल कोरिया के चर्चे हर जगह हैं एंड ऐसा क्यों है, इसके पीछे क्या रीज़न है। In this video we are going to talk about that. So if you are also curious about why you are listening every time about Korea, so this video is for you. Also I tell you कि मेरे जो first 3 reasons हैं that is going to tell you कि people, how does people get curious about Korea, मतलब कोरिया ने लोगों को कैसे अपने बारे में curious किया and how it influenced people more and more. And the last 3 points will be कि how the effects of people getting influenced by Korea and why they want to now move abroad to Korea, why they want to live there. See, being curious about a country is fine, but people are actually really wanting to move to Korea. They are really serious about moving abroad to Korea. So we are going to discuss about all these points in this video. If you are curious, watch till the end, and without any further ado, let's start the video. So now let's talk about our first point, and that is the point we all know. हम सभी को पता है, जब मैंने रीजंस की बात की होगी ना तब आपके दिमाग में ये पॉइंट ज़रूर आया होगा. एंड वी ऑल गॉट टू नो अबाउट कोरिया फ्रॉम के पॉप एंड के ड्रामा. कोरिया की जो एंटरटेनमेंट इंडस्ट्री है, दैट इज़ वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट रीजन दैट मेड कोरिया सो मच फेमस. चाहे वो के ड्रामाज हो गए, के पॉप हो गए, उनके म्यूजिक वीडियोज हो गए, idols हो गए, they all are really famous in every country and people are really loving them. अब इसके पीछे का रीज़न क्या है? क्योंकि बहुत सारी कंट्रीज ड्रामाज बनाती हैं, मूवीज बनाती हैं और they also make music videos, but why Korea becomes so much famous in this sector? तो बात करें के ड्रामाज एंड के पॉप की, तो their storytelling, their visuals, their fashion, their aesthetic, and overall the message they give is so much worth it. मतलब from my personal opinion, I think they deserve this worth. के ड्रामा की बात करें, के पॉप म्यूजिक की बात करें, that is really on a good level. So yeah, that is why people really loved Korean dramas and the music videos, the K-pop, their fashion, seriously their fashion, aesthetics, the idols video, their funny videos all got really viral and people started loving Korea so much, and they really want that one day they can meet their favorite idol or their favorite Korean actor. So this was our first point. And now let's discuss about our second and third point that is related to the first point. मतलब K-pop and K-drama has influenced these two things that I'm going to discuss now. So let's discuss our second point, and that is something that K-pop and K-drama has made really famous. Apart from Korean oppas, these things got really famous. And first of all, that is Korean fashion and aesthetic. Especially Gen Zs. You see Gen Zs these days, they are following indirectly or directly Korean fashion. The wide leg pants, the oversized fit, the shirts. So these things came from from influenced by Korean fashion, and Gen Zs generally are really following this fashion. And one more thing कि इसके पीछे एक और ये रीज़न हो सकता है कि जो कोरियन फैशन है that is not that much extreme as वेस्टर्न फैशन. अगर हम वेस्टर्न फैशन की बात करें तो कुछ लोगों के लिए वो काफ़ी एक्सट्रीम और बोल्ड हो सकता है, बट कोरियन फैशन इज़ रियली गुड, सिंपल, एंड at the same time it look really aesthetic and really pretty. Even I follow Korean fashion and I really like it. So I think this is one of the reason Korea became more famous. If you go to the shop or anywhere, the salesperson, they say, ma'am, this is Korean fashion and this is from Korean people wear like this. So yeah, so even the companies are using this tactic to sell their clothes, because they know that Korean clothes and aesthetic are really trendy and they are really good. So this was our second point, and now let's discuss our third point. तो एक और पॉइंट यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर लेते हैं, एंड दैट इज कोरियन स्किन केयर एंड मेकअप. कोरियन एंटरटेनमेंट के साथ ही साथ कोरियन स्किन केयर एंड मेकअप भी बहुत ही ज़्यादा वायरल हुआ, एंड इसके पीछे का रीज़न था कोरियन लोगों का ग्लास स्किन इफेक्ट, जो कि काफ़ी ज़्यादा फेमस हुआ, एंड उनका रेडियंस लुक, और वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा यूथफुल लगते हैं, और चाहे वो बहुत मतलब अगर वो ओल्डर एज के भी हैं तो वो काफ़ी यंगर दिखते हैं. तो द पीपल ऑल्सो वॉन्टेड कि भाई वो भी उनकी तरह दिखें, तो पीपल स्टार्टेड यूजिंग कोरियन स्किन केयर. एंड बात करें वहाँ की स्किन केयर इंडस्ट्री की, तो कोरियन स्किन केयर इंडस्ट्री इज ऑन नेक्स्ट लेवल. उनके प्रोडक्ट्स अच्छे होते हैं, दे आर गुड. दैट इज़ वाई पीपल स्टार्टेड टू यूजिंग कोरियन स्किन केयर. एंड इफ़ अगर कोई स्किन केयर की बात करता है तो उनके मुंह पे अब सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही नाम है, एंड दैट इज़ कोरिया. So our third point is something that is, every person is really connected to, and that is food. And Korean food has also got really famous and viral. After people watching K-dramas and K-pop idol videos, eating Korean food, they also really want to try Korean food, and Korean food really looks good on the screen. So people are starting to make videos about how to make Korean food, like the tteokbokki, bibimbap, kimchi. If I tell you, before 10 years or 5 years, nobody know what kimchi is, right? Nobody had any idea about kimchi. But these days, everybody know what is kimchi, what is ramyeon, and even the businesses, like in fashion they're using this tactic. In the food industry they're also using this tactic. You see everywhere Korean flavor, Korean chips, Korean ramen, Korean noodles. So yeah, they're also using this thing because they know that people are loving Korean flavor and Korean food these days so much, and that is why Korea becomes so much more personal to people, and it has created a soft corner in their heart, because in Hindi there is saying कि दिल का रास्ता पेट से उभर के जाता है. तो that is why Korea also become a part somewhere in our heart, and we really love Korea these days. So let me add one more point here. I just remembered. This is really important also. That K-drama and K-pop made one more thing really famous, and that is what? That is their language, of course, Korean language, because the Korean dramas and the music videos are in Korean language. Most of all they are in Korean language, and when people are watching these with subtitles, sometimes they want to really know what is what they are talking about in their own language. So people are getting curious about their language. People are actually learning Korean for moving abroad to Korea, or maybe just for watching their favorite K-dramas without subtitles. So the Korean language also got famous and so much loved by other countries and people all around the world. Now let's discuss about our last 3 points, and that will be on why people now want to live in Korea, and why they want to seriously move abroad to Korea, leave everything and just move to Korea. Yeah, so let's discuss about that. So first of all, the reason is Korea is really safe, clean and well organized country. Korea is famous for their because they're safe, they're clean and well organized. अगर हम बात करें सेफ्टी की, तो कोरिया हैज़ वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट crime rate in comparison to India. Of course the crime rate is really low, so of course it's a good plus point for women. So many girls want to move abroad there, not just because they like their K-pop idols, of course they like them, and they also want to live in the same city they live, but also because the safety there is much more better than other countries. Next, if I talk about the cleanliness part, and the well organized factor, that is if you look at their street, like if you look at Seoul, the streets are really clean, and also there is a balance between nature and technology. You can see big buildings, offices there, and also with that you can see parks, garden, and river. So the balance is really nice, and it gives people a really good living standard and really good environment. if I talk about one other reason, and that is कि पहले जो लोग थे जिन्हें कि बहुत अच्छी इन्वायरमेंट में रहना था एंड बहुत they wanted to up their lifestyle, the rich people, they usually opted to go Europe, because Europe is really nice and really safe, well organized. But at the same time, Europe is really expensive. Not everybody can afford to go there. Korea is also expensive, but on it's less cheaper than Europe. So it's a good option for so many people who cannot afford to go to Europe, but they can afford to go to Korea. So I think this is also the reason why so many people want to work there and want to move abroad to Korea. So now let's discuss about 2 more points, and you will be clear on why people want to move there. They are not just crazy, there are reasons behind it. So let's talk about the next thing, and that is Korean culture, about their respect culture. If I talk about Korea, they respect their elders or the seniors so much, and we can see this from the K-dramas. They're respecting their seniors. They talk in really highly respectful way to the elders. The Asian countries can connect to this, because just like India, we also really respect our elders and our seniors. And if I talk about Western countries, they have this cultural shock, or they actually get really curious that people, other country people have this kind of culture where they are respecting the elders and everyone really nicely, and also they are really polite towards other people and also the people who come to visit there. So that is also where the people wants to live there, because they want to live around friendly people. We all want to live around friendly people and a neighborhood where everyone is friendly to us. So I think this is also one of, not the biggest factor, but I think this factor is also somehow valuable, that why so many people want to live in Korea. So let's just talk about our last point. This is our last point, and that is Korean education. If I talk about Korean education, so many students from India or from any other part of the world now want to study in Korean university. Why? Because Korean universities are really good, their education system is really good, and they're educating people really practically, rather than just making them bookworm. And that is why people want to move there and study and work there, because their education is so good. And also people who are moving there wants their children to have good education. So if you are going to live there, work there, if you get married, and your children will get so much so good education in compared to the country you are living in. So I think this is also one of the major reasons why people wants to move there. And the credit all goes to Korea, because they have made their country so much attractive, so much good, that people are really obsessed and they are really wanting to move to Korea. So this was it about this video. And if you also like Korea, or someday you want to visit Korea, so please like this video, and save money to move to Korea. And if you want to move abroad to Korea, all the best to you. So that's it for today's video. I hope आप सभी को ये वीडियो काफ़ी अच्छा लगा होगा. And if you also want to visit Korea and maybe live there or study there, all the best to you. I also want, for once I want to visit to Korea, because I really like, and I want to meet my favorite Korean actor. If I could, that would be really good. So if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. And if you like this type of content on different countries, their culture, so I'm going to bring more videos on this. And if you like it, please subscribe, and you're gonna watch all of my videos that I'm going to make. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, okay, let's just keep till here. My mind is not working, my mind is not minding now, so yeah, let's keep it till here and मिलते हैं अगली वीडियो में. टिल देन टेक केयर, बी हेल्दी एंड फोकस ऑन योर सेल्फ. बाय बाय.